Hi guys, welcome back to PBTV, and we have a new range of pistols that has just landed with us, so we wanted to bring them onto the table, discuss the two different variants and the styles between the variants as well. So we have the VX9 Mod 1 and Mod 2, and we've got the VX7 Mod 1, Mod 2 and Mod 3 to have a look at. We've brought the Mod 1 out in tan just to show the colour specs. The rest are in black, but they are available in black and tan. All of these are coming out the box about 300 FPS. The shorter ones are a little bit lower, but and again, it's all going to be temperature and gas dependent. We were in a room inside, so in a sort of ambient temperature, and probably using anywhere from ASG Ultra Air or Vorsk V8, V12 or something like that. So the FPS is going to change quite considerably depending on location and gas that you're using. But it can quite comfortably get 300 FPS out of these, and again, they will run multiple style weights of BBs as well. Indoor CQB with these, I'd probably be looking at 2.8s as an all-comer, but depending on the hop and how you've got them set, you could probably run some 3s or just throw 2s out of them if you're not bothered and you just want it as a sidearm. But yeah, plenty of options with these, but we will have a dig through them. So we will start with the Mod 1. So this is the VX9 Mod 1. All these internally are going to be very, very similar. They've all got a standard brass barrel. On the front, we have an 11mm thread. So this is a male thread. So, sorry, this is a female thread compared to the male thread that is on a standard AEG. So you will need an adapter to put any sort of device on the front of it. And as we always say, when it comes to pistols, you want to make sure you're not adding too much weight to the front. So if you wanted to put a massive suppressor on this, it will weigh the barrel down. And that then means that it can struggle to cycle and you're going to lose gas efficiency. So if you are going to put a device on this, make sure it's a compact one. Some of the compact ones come with the adapter already, so you can just screw it straight in and take it on and off as you see fit, and it just makes it a bit more convenient. Looking at the bottom on this one, as you can see here, we do have the 20mm rail, so if you're wanting to put any kind of torches, laser devices, anything like that on there, you can do, and this is the same across the entire range. What you will notice on the bottom, just here, we do have this little silver slider here. This does have like a serial number style system on it, but pushing this all the way to the back is actually the safety. We've had this in the past where people have accidentally dropped the platform, it's fallen out of a holster, something like that. The pistol has been absolutely fine and worked afterwards, but what's happened is people think they've broken their pistol. This sliding back turns the safety on, and what that does is it completely locks the trigger out. The trigger will just go completely firm and not move at all. So people think something's broken inside, they've called us, they've returned it, and we simply click it, and it works fine again. So that is a non-real steel style safety. We'll put it, obviously it's not there on any kind of real steel platform, but it is an airsoft safety. If you're packing it away or if it's in a bag or just you want to be extra safe with it, that is where your safety is. Other controls that we have, as you can see on the left-hand side of the platform here, we've got the mag release. Pressing that drops the magazine out. The difference between the VX9 and the VX7 is the overall length at the top. The lower is roughly the same and looks similar to that P80 style platform. Obviously, we've got some very good indexing marks on the trigger guard around here and all this, so it makes it very, very comfy to hold. And if people aren't quite keen on that EU17 style grip, this is a new style one with some good texturing on the front, back, left and right hand side. Other controls, obviously at the top, bringing this back, you can see that we have the slide release, dropping that forward. And what you can also do with the magazine out, lock the pistol to the rear and pull these two pins down at the front, and this will remove the slide. Bringing this off, underneath, you will then find a gear style hop here. Obviously, there's more things that we could take out here. Recoil system, rod, and you can take the inner barrel out, but I'm not going to do it on here. Again, this is just purely for maintenance and cleaning and things like that. To reassemble, simply locate the two slides, push backwards, and there you go. Make sure you do a function check, and you are good to go. Mag back in. So we'll move on as we still cover some of the features. So we're moving on to the Mod 2. So immediately what you can see here, obviously there is some press grease on this. This all just wipes off when you get these out of the box. It's to stop them rusting or getting damaged in transport. It's not grease or oil or anything like that. It's purely to keep them fresh. So you can immediately see there's some slight different cuttings in this one. So they've gone for that full ported top end on the right and left hand side, but we still have serrations front and back to make it really easy to cock that first round in, and again, control the same. The one thing I will say with these things is the recoil system on here and the return spring are very, very powerful. So if you are using that lower end gas and trying to keep your FPS down, you might not get quite as many rounds out of a mag. You might not be able to fill it twice with BBs, maybe only once. So just keep that in mind when you are playing. What that does mean though is the return to battery on this thing is incredibly fast. So follow-up shots are really, really nice and quick. What we do have as well is you can just see on the front here, we have a white dot at the front and a white highlight on the back sights, making this very, very easy to get a good sight picture on this thing. And especially even in dark situations, with it being so bright, you can definitely get this thing on target very, very quickly. Similar to the other one, magazines and controls are all the same, and the safety on the underneath. Moving on to the VX7. So comparing this to the VX9, we have a little bit of size difference, and that's about it. Functionality-wise, all exactly the same. We've got the 11mm thread on the front, we've got a brass barrel, we've got the same hop system, we've got the same safety at the bottom here. The lower receiver, it's just a length difference. And what we can see here, if we look at the two Mod 1s, side by side. Again, the slide, very, very similar. We've got a few extra cuttings in this purely from the length, but the Mod 1 in the VX9 and the VX7 are the same. They're just a slightly different length. So if you're preferring, say if you were looking at high cappers, the difference between a 5.1 or a 4.3, that's the kind of comparison we're having here. But again, controls, all the same, and even if you wanted to strip this down for the hop system. Coming on to the Mod 2, again, we've covered it with the VX9. We're looking at a size difference, but we've got that extra porting in here. But what we also have is some slight extra markings looking just inside there. They've put some mock portholes on the barrel. Just a bit of aesthetics, doesn't change the functionality of the platform. But again, it's just a size difference. You're looking at about half a kilo, sort of just under half a kilo when it comes to weight, and obviously the VX9s are going to be a little bit lighter than that. And again, barrel wise, we have brass barrels, but in the VX7 we have a 93mm barrel, slightly shorter in the VX9, sorry, the VX7 it's 93, slightly shorter in the VX9. Moving on, we have the Mod 3. So this is only in the VX7 model. There isn't a VX9 available at the moment, as far as we're aware. They may make a shorter one, but this is probably the one I'd look at. It's got a very nice, so again, P80, the grip, really, really comfortable, very easy to index, but it's got that agency arms style vibe going with it. Huge top porting, really clear iron sights, nice, clean, simple serrations on each side, making it really, really easy to knock that first round in and get this thing chugging some BBs. Similar, we've got that 11mm on the front, 93mm, 6.08 millimeter inner barrel, and again, change that hop. Armor works perfectly fine on 0.28, maybe even 3s if you just wanted to make sure that round contacts its target with as much power as it can. Personally, when I'm in CQV, a sidearm is literally for 3 to 5 foot engagements when my primary is down. So I just want that BB to use as much power as it can in that first sort of 6 foot to 10 foot, and make sure when that BB hits, that the person that you're hitting definitely knows they've been got. Look at about 20-ish centimeters in length. Obviously, there's no adjustments on this. There's no stocks or anything, but we do have at the bottom here a lanyard point. So if you are worried about losing this thing, if you're using a universal holster or anything like that, you can attach a lanyard to this and attach it to your belt much more securely, making sure this thing never bounces off the floor if you're in a bit of a rush. But yeah, really, really keen on these. Very excited to get a bit more time on the range with them, just to see what consistency and sort of groupings you can get with them. But I think looks wise, these are incredible for what you're sort of forking out for them. These are the most budget friendly platforms we have had on the website for a long, 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 long time. We like even better budget than the AAP, anything like that. This is something, if you're just wanting something to stick on your hip, draw, put some rounds down and put it away, look no further than the VX9 and the VX7. Absolutely incredible value, especially if you're starting out and you just want a pistol to go to a CQB site. Really, really affordable. So, and you've got plenty of options when it comes to color, rail style. So if you want in the full sort of squared off rail system, just some serrations and supporting, you can go for that. If you're wanting something a little bit more complex, we've got the Mod 2. And again, if you're wanting something lightweight and a bit shorter, we've got the VX9 version of them as well. All these are available in black and tan, so you can get whatever look that you want and get something really, really cool to start your airsoft journey with. But if you're a veteran and you've been playing for a while and you just want a platform to stick on your hip and have as a sidearm, or if you're going to a milsim and you need a spare concealed carry or just something like that, this is definitely a really, really good option. Functioning with WE and Armourer Works magazines, so if you are wanting drum mags, extended mags, 50-round mags, absolutely anything you want, they're all compatible with this. They do come with 25-round mags as standard. The VX9 is slightly shorter, but yeah, plenty of BBs, and I'm going to go and shoot one of these on the range just to see what kind of groupings and consistency we can get with them. But if this is something that you're looking at, they're available on the website right now. But if that is everything for today, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.